Thermal Underwear 101. Stay warm, dry, and comfortable. When the temperature drops, staying warm is not just about thick jackets. It begins with the layer closest to your skin. Thermal underwear, the hidden hero of cold weather, works silently to lock in warmth while keeping you dry and comfortable. But how does it work? And what makes it so effective? The secret is in its clever design. Thermal underwear keeps the warmth your body produces from escaping into the cold air. Unlike regular clothes, it also pulls sweat away from your skin. It moves moisture to the outer clothing layers where it can evaporate. This keeps you dry. That's a big plus in cold weather because of the risk of discomfort or even hypothermia from wet clothes. Choosing the right material for thermal underwear matters too. Merino wool is popular for its natural warmth and ability to handle moisture. It's good for wearing over long periods. Materials like polyester are another good choice, especially when you're active. This is because they dry quickly and offer lightweight comfort.
Today's warm-up quiz is: there was blank on Leo's hands because he felt nervous before giving his speech. A. Comfort. B. Sweat. C. Credit. D. Breath.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to English for You. I'm Mike.
And I'm Claire.
We are here with you and our very interesting article, two-day article, if you can believe that, about Thermal Underwear 101. And the subtitle we see there is Stay Warm, Dry, and Comfortable. And yeah, that is basically the goal or the reason why people wear thermal underwear. Now, are you familiar with thermal underwear? It's not something people often worry or think about living here in Taiwan, where it never gets too cold.
Well, I still wear it all the time during winter.
In the winter time. It can get wet here, right? So it does feel cold, especially because your house can be cold as well.
Right.
They don't have the heaters that you might have in other places. But when I think of thermal underwear coming from Canada, I think of stuff that we wear all winter long. You sort of switch from your small underwear that just sort of covers your bum area into this long thermal underwear that goes right down to your feet. And you wear a shirt under your normal shirt. And all of this stuff keeps you very, very warm when the temperature is very, very cold. The article begins, when the temperature drops, staying warm is not just about thick jackets. It begins with the layer closest to your skin. Very, very true. If you're going on a ski holiday, you don't have to just buy that, $10,000 expensive ski jacket and think, oh, I'll be warm. No, it often is about having many layers, especially the layer or the item of clothing closest to your skin. It's not just about having that big, thick, and often expensive jacket.
Right, 所以这个 layer 呢，它是一个名词，是层的意思。那 layer 把它当动词用，就是把某物堆积成层。那我们下一天的文章呢，会看到这个字转换成动名词 layering， 表示多层次的穿搭。
And as it says, thermal underwear, the hidden hero of cold weather, works silently to lock in warmth while keeping you dry and comfortable. So thermal underwear, it's the hidden hero of cold weather. It's not that fancy, expensive ski jacket or thick jacket you're wearing. No, it's often something you don't even see. That's why we call it a hidden hero. But it's a hero because it does the really good job of keeping you extra super warm and comfortable.
Right, 所以 thermal underwear 到底是什么啊？就是我们冬天会穿的发热衣。那 underwear 可能大家熟悉的是指 内裤，但其实 underwear 可以统称是你穿在里面不外露的衣服哦。Thermal 呢，它是一个形容词，保暖的意思。那比如说冬天我们还会用什么啊？保温杯 thermal water bottle。那这边看到后面一个片语 lock something in 就会是封住或是锁住。
All right, but here's the really interesting question. But how does it work? And what makes it so effective? It's good to know that thermal underwear is very useful and will keep you warm, but how does it keep you warm and what makes it so effective? If something is effective, it works very well. That's all. We're talking about its performance, how well it does the job it is designed for. Often when we buy products for certain things to keep you clean, to keep you smelling fresh like soap or toothpaste, shoes that you can, hike around in for a long time, it's effective. It works well. It doesn't break down. It doesn't stop working. It doesn't kind of work, but not really. It's effective means it is powerful. It is designed well. It does the job it is supposed to do at a very high level. For example, if you are going on a hike, use this mosquito spray. It's very effective. Even if you sweat or it rains or something, even after a few hours, this mosquito spray will still stop those annoying little bugs from biting you.
Right, 所以这边的 effective 就会是一个形容词，有效的。effect 它是一个名词，加上形容词的字根 IVE.
It says the secret is in its clever design. Oh, okay. So it's not made just like any other type of clothing or any other type of underwear you might normally wear. No, it's got clever or very, very smart design. Thermal underwear keeps the warmth your body produces from escaping into the cold air. So you're kind of warming yourself up, and instead of that warmth from your own body just sort of blowing away and cooling you down, no, it sticks around. It kind of creates a nice blanket of warm air over your skin.
发热衣呢，可以防止你身体产生的热流流失到冷空气中。
But of course, with humans, right, once we get warm, we start to sweat maybe. Sweat comes out of your body, and like on a sunny day, on a hot day, that can cool you down. But they've already thought of that. It says unlike or different from regular clothes, thermal underwear, it also pulls sweat away from your skin, keeping you nice and dry, as we mentioned. And sweat, yes, as I mentioned, that is that water that comes out of those tiny little holes in your skin when you are very hot. To sweat is the verb. We can call that water sweat. Scientists or doctors would call it perspiration. And of course, mammals sweat, right? We are, not all mammals actually do sweat. We sweat so we can control our body temperature. Dogs can't sweat. They have to go and just breathe really hard to get all that heat out of their bodies. And of course, other types of animals like lizards or snakes, they can't sweat at all. They have to stay warm through, sitting in the sun or things like that. But since humans can create our own heat on the inside, when the heat gets too high, to keep ourselves nice and healthy, we let out this water, this sweat goes on our skin, it dries, and as it dries, it cools the skin down, keeping us nice and comfortable and alive. For example, it says at the end of the tennis game, Hank used a towel to wipe the sweat off his face. And yes, athletes, people working out in the outside, when it's hot, they will sweat a lot more.
Right, 所以这个 sweat 呢，就会是名词汗的意思。那 pull something away 就是带走，把汗带走。那与一般衣服不同的是啊，发热衣还能把汗水从皮肤带走，也就是排汗的意思。那今天呢，我们看到前面的时候看到那个 warm up quiz, there was blank on Leo's hand because he felt nervous before giving his speech. 由于 Leo 在演讲前感到很紧张，他的手上有什么啊？ A. Comfort 舒适， B. Sweat 汗， C. Credit 功劳， D. Breath 气息，手上也不会有气息，所以正确的答案呢会是 B， 手上有很多汗 sweat.
Back to our article. So the underwear is designed in a clever way. As it says, it moves moisture to the outer clothing layers where it can evaporate. This keeps you dry. So it kind of picks up that sweat on your skin, pulls it out to the outside of the layer of underwear you're wearing, and there it can evaporate. It can kind of get dried by the air. So this keeps your skin skin dry and it keeps you nice and warm. This is about the moisture of your sweat. We say your sweat has moisture, of course, because your sweat is mostly made of water. And that's what moisture is. It's water or wetness, often in a small amount. We wouldn't look at the ocean and go, wow, look at all that moisture. You'd look at the ocean and go, look at all that water. But if the air feels wet, then you might say moisture. Or if you breathe out on a cold day and you have that kind of smoke, that steam, and that kind of a cloud in an air, that's also moisture. So it's water or wetness, but not in a large amount, not like a bucket or a bowl of water. It's the water in the air or the water that's on the surface of something. So it's water in small amounts, for example. A cactus is an easy plant to take care of since it only needs a little moisture to stay alive. Often you don't even have to water the cactus. It'll just pick up that moisture from the air. And then we had that word outer. Outer means on the outside. So that's the outside level or surface. Your skin is the outer part of your body. Underneath there are muscles and bones and blood and all that kind of stuff. Here's another example from the natural world. Rudolph peeled the outer skin off the orange.
所以我们看到这个 moisture 这个字就会是一个名词，水分或是湿气的意思。那后面呢看到了 outer 还会是一个形容词，就是外面的。So for example, outer space 就是外太空。另外一个比较难的字 evaporate 呢，它是一个动词，是蒸发的意思。所以这整句话呢是说它会将体内的湿气转移到外层的衣物，让湿气蒸发了之后，这样就可以保持干爽。
Now, having this moisture get moved away from your skin is really good for you. It says that's a big plus in cold weather because of the risk of discomfort or even hypothermia from wet clothes. Yeah, when you're sweating and it's cold, this can be very uncomfortable. There's discomfort there. Or it can even be dangerous in the same way that the sweat is good to cool your body on a hot day. It can actually be really bad to cool your body when it's already cold. Then your body gets too cold. And when it becomes dangerous, that's what we call hypothermia or kind of freezing to death.
所以在寒冷的天气里啊，这是一个很大的优势哦，因为湿衣服可能会造成不适，甚至引发体温过低。所以这边看到 discomfort 它是一个名词，就会是不舒服的意思，它相反就是 comfort 嘛。那后面看到 hypothermia 它就会是失温的意思，或是体温过低是一个名词。那这句呢还包含今天的文法哦。Let's take a look。那今天的 language in focus 我们要看到 because of 跟 because 的比较。那 because 呢，它会是从属连接词引导副词子句修饰主要子句，所以句子的架构呢就会是主词动词加上 because 后面再加主词动词嘛。但是如果是 because of， 有没有发现后面多了一个 of， 后面呢就需要改接名词或是名词片语。那两个句子让你比对看看哦。首先先用连接词的 because the typhoon is approaching, we canceled our trip。好，这边的 because 看到了 typhoon 是主词，台风 is approaching 是动词。那如果这句用成 because of 改写，后方就要用名词，所以变成 because of the typhoon, we canceled our trip。
Choosing the right material for thermal underwear matters too. Yeah, well, it's designed very carefully. So, of course, what it's made of has to be very special. That's the material. When we talk about what something is made of, this is a good word to use. Often we use this with clothing. Hey, that's a nice shirt. What's it made of? And if I reach over and kind of touch your shirt, I'm seeing what material it is. But there can be other types of materials. Often, if we look at art, right, the art or the sculpture might be made of stone or wood or marble or metal. There are different materials that artists can use to do their work. But often this word is connected to cloth, fabric, things that clothes and other soft things are made of. Sheets, towels. We might have very special choices in the material that we want certain things that touch our skin, especially to be made of. Often when it's for clothing, we might call that fabric, but what it is actually made of, what plant or where it comes from, that might be more about the material. For example, denim is a tough material made of cotton that is used to make jeans.
So here we see material 它是一个名词，材料、原料的意思。So what are some common materials for clothes? You would see cotton, 棉质, wool, 羊毛, polyester, 聚酯纤维, or if you have more money, you could afford silk, 丝绸.
So what kinds of material is good for thermal underwear? Well, I'm guessing not leather. Leather would be really bad. Leather would just make you sweat and keep you cold. So no, not leather. Merino wool is popular for its natural warmth and ability to handle moisture. Wool, of course, comes from sheep, and I believe the merino type of sheep is a special type of sheep, kind of a good quality wool. So that's popular, but it's probably a little bit more expensive than you might pay for other types, but very good. As it says, it's good for wearing over long periods.
Right, 所以 merino wool 呢，它就是美利诺羊毛，它因为天然保暖性啊和它的排湿能力，所以很受欢迎，很适合长时间穿着。
It also says materials like polyester are another good choice, especially when you're active. So polyester is a man-made material, a man-made fabric, and that's good when you're active. So for exercising, if you're going skiing or something like that, that might be good. And it says this is because polyester thermal underwear, they dry quickly and offer lightweight comfort. So very quick to dry and very light and easy and comfortable to wear. Comfort is the noun form of the verb comfortable. When something makes you feel good or feels good on your skin or just makes you go, that's comfort we're talking about. For example, this pillow is designed for comfort to help people with sore necks.
OK, 所以 polyester 它是一个名词，就是聚酯纤维的意思。好，那另外一个字我们看到 comfort 它是一个名词，舒适、舒服。It offers lightweight comfort, 也就是提供了轻便舒适的穿着感。
For you, chat question, what do you wear to stay warm in winter, Claire?
洋葱式穿法 I also use the onion layering system.
Very smart.
Yeah, and there are usually 3 layers, but I wear more than that when it gets really cold. I wear a base layer, a thicker but a more stylish layer, plus a jacket and a coat on top. Sometimes I also throw on gloves and really thick socks.
Yeah, or even 2 pairs of thin socks can be very, very useful as well.
喜欢今天的主题吗？不要忘了按赞、订阅、分享我们的 YouTube 频道和 Facebook 哦。
All right, we're going to have more about thermal underwear coming up tomorrow, so please join us for that. Vocabulary Review.
Effective. Lying down in a dark room wasn't effective in curing my headache. I had to take medicine to feel better. Sweat. It's good to bring a towel to the gym to remove sweat from your skin after you exercise. Moisture. After my shower, I had to wipe the moisture off the bathroom mirror to see myself in it. Outer. For my outer clothes, I think I'll wear this long brown coat on this cold day. Material. These watches cost more because they were made using more expensive materials, like gold and silver. Comfort. Sally's new office chair provides her with much more comfort than her old one.
智慧小补帖。
Layer. Thermal. Evaporate. Hypothermia. Polyester.
掌握最新时事主题，立即下载空中美语 App， 免费收听当期完整杂志。